Welcome to the Life's a Sport blog. Are you a starter on your team? Are you getting the playing time you know you deserve? If you answered no, then you need to listen up, because I'm going to help you learn a tool that will help you break into the starting lineup and get the minutes you deserve. Every athlete has experienced the confusion that you feel right now. The confusion of putting in the time on court with your team and on court by yourself, but you're not getting the minutes. Your parents compound this problem because they drive you to practice and watch your games and don't understand why you're not playing. Your friends are the first one to give you a dap or put their arm around you, acknowledging how crazy your coach must be for not seeing your talent. You need to unlock the power of the ranking tool so you can break into the starting lineup and get the minutes you deserve. What is the ranking tool? It asks you to rank everybody on your team. So let's look at a basketball team for a minute. There are 12 players on the team, 1 being the best and 12 being the worst. If you look at our pyramid, you can see that the starters are players 1 through 5. These are the people that have the highest amount of skill, strongest work ethic, really great buy-in to the team culture, and are leaders on the floor. Then players 6 through 9, these are the players that are up-and-coming leaders. They show good amounts of buy-in and have good amounts of skill. They are waiting to work their way into the starting lineup. Then you have your bottom people on your team, players 10 through 12. These are the people that are there for one of 2 reasons. 1, they lack the skill level, or 2, they have the skill level, yet they lack the work ethic or buy-in to the team culture. The question is, where do you rank on your team? I want you to take a minute and think about a number. The number that you feel you deserve to be playing at. Are you a 1? Are you the best? Or perhaps you feel you should be the first one off the bench, number 6. Think about that number and hold it for a moment. Now I want you to answer one question. Who holds the key to your playing time? Your coach or you? Your coach holds the key. And thousands of athletes all over the world are missing a vital piece of information. And that is where the coach ranks them. I want you to think about that number for a minute. And it should be an easier number to think of because that's the number where your coach is actually playing you. Okay, are you the first one off the bench, number 6, or one of the top 5? Or perhaps you never see the floor. Have that number in your head for a moment. Now, I want to take your number and the one that you feel your coach is ranking you at right now, and I want you to compare them. If you've answered honestly, you will have what I call a discrepancy. And this is where your problem is. You need to figure out a way how to bridge the gap and bring those numbers together, and they have to match. How do you bridge the gap? That's simple. You need to find out what that missing piece of the puzzle is. That means you need to ask your coach a really tough question. And that question is this: Coach, where do you rank me amongst my teammates, players 1 through 12? Once you have the courage to ask that question, that's great, but you really must have the courage to hear the answer. No point of asking a tough question if you're not open to what they're going to tell you. Once you have your coach's answer, now the 2 of you can work together to build a game plan to get you the minutes you deserve and break into the starting lineup. Is it that easy? Absolutely. Ask the tough question, create a game plan, and break into the starting lineup. Now, what are the life lessons that you can take from the ranking tool? Let's take a page out of Jack Welch's book called Winning. Jack Welch is the past CEO of General Electric. And in his book, he talks about how every single company in corporate America can be broken down in the same way. The top 20% of performers, the middle 70%, and the bottom 10. He says that the top 20% are the hardest workers, most amount of skill level, have high levels of buy-in, and are the strongest leaders on their corporate teams. That sounds strikingly familiar to our starting 5 on an athletic team. Then he says that the middle 70% are the people that have good amounts of skill, good amounts of buy-in, and are showing promise when it comes to their leadership. They are working their way up into that top 20%. Then he talks about the bottom 10%. He says that these people are there because either they lack the skill level Or worse, they have the skill level, yet lack work ethic or buy into the company culture, or even worse, they are just a poisonous member of that corporate team. The similarities between the corporate team and the athletic team are striking. You need to learn how to harness the power of the ranking tool so you can break into the starting lineup and get the minutes you deserve now on your athletic team. But even more importantly, you can also develop a skill that will help you attain any goal you want in your working life. Remember, life is a sport, so play to win. If you want more information about the Life's a Sport series, email us and find out how we can help your team, either corporate or athletic, harness the power of sport so they can be successful in life.